Good evening. My name is Yessid Martinez Gaviria. I am a student of the UNAT University, and for this video we talk about critical incidents that occurred during development of my pedagogical internship at the university. The incident that occurred during the internship was many of students were no paying attention in class. They felt unmotivated and did not want to carry out their activities, or they simply did not want to go class anymore. That's why I took the liberty of investigate a little why they had these behaviors. Probing, asking questions, or becoming friends with my students in other way or another, so that they could tell me what's happening. After a while they told me that they had always had English class very boring because it's always the same things. So I told them, and then I would try to change that. I tried to do more dynamic and much more entertainment activities than those that were done eventually in this way, and gaining affection and respect for the students. However, there were no shortcuts of problems, whether due to lack of instruments in the institution or simple because the timing was not enough to carry out the class as I had planned, although this taught me many things. Okay, now I answer the questions about this incident. Why was this incident significant to you? This incident was very interesting for me because it was my first time that I started teaching classes, so it was my responsibility to the students in my church. So I decided to give myself the task of investigation, how I could help them improve so that they feel more motivated and about all happy in my classes. What happened directly before the event? What happened directly before was that I discovered that my students had a great problems motivating themselves and feeling uncomfortable in this area of English. For this reason, I decided to look for new alternatives to carry out my classes. What happened directly after the event? What happened immediately was I looked at different strategies that help motivate my students, like games or dynamics that I could use to improve their learning. How do you react at the time of the event? I have to admit that in the time I didn't know react quickly, but I was after a few classes that I realized that the students had a problem because you can see that their grades were very low, and also some students did not participate in class. If I called them in and summoned them on don't even they enter the room. What is your interpretation of these events? My interpretation of this event is that I really had important to remove my point from my experience as an internship student, saying when looking at the problem that was emerging, I decided to make the decision of my own free will to investigate and listen to the students to better understand their concerns by helping to be more empathic with them, because I was also a student and I know what it feels have something do you like it. I have to do it just because it's your obligation. One underlying assumptions about your teaching those critical incidents arise for you. The incidents challenge my assumptions about the student motivation and the need to adapt my teaching of their needs, and also highlights the importance of communication between actors and the flexibility of recourse and methods used for teaching. Now, that you have reflect on this critical incident, will you react any different if it happen again? Why or why not? Yes, I will react differently about this incident because I consider now that it's important to make into account how the students are. If they are motivated, if they have any problems, if something stops them, that's not don't mean that just because we are teacher, it does not to mean that we just take the class and stay there for 1 or 2 hours explaining topics without paying attention to our students. What we have to do is support the students, be leaders they can trust, make them feel that we can really help them have a better future. This is all my video. Thank you for your time.